Hello, and welcome to the Noobs GT4, GT3 Rookie Series, Event 3 on Misano World 2nd. I am your host, Alexio. I hope you're all doing well, wherever you are, whatever time it is, morning, evening, even in the afternoon. Welcome to the stream, welcome. As we are just waiting here for the free practice to end, so we can jump on into our first quali session for the GT3 Rookie Series. Alexio, Drift King Cabbage in the chat, Bryce Perkins. We have Jeremy Cabbage, the Drift King, and we have the Boobies Racing. Boobies Racing also live on Twitch. Go and visit them, see their point of view. Noobs GT3 Rookie Series on Misano World Circuit. As we are just watching Casey Swansiger in the 992 Porsche GT3 putting in some laps as he's doing some free practice. If we're waiting, let's catch up on the times that this driver's been doing. Hopefully we get some good clean racing tonight. Yeah, you know, Paul Ricard was just something else. But it was really competitive year too, like on Paul Ricard. It just ended up having a lot of incidents than usual. Okay, let's check with the time. As the quali stands, the fastest time has been put down by Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby at 1:34.8, being followed by Bryce Birkin with a 1:35.1. As you can see, it's gonna be really close, because Ricky Bobby is only leading Bryce Birkin by what, 3/10? We have David Aliceia to go to progress. Hello, welcome Lizzie. How are you doing today? Hope you're ready. Ready to go out racing. Lizzie Aliceia, the Noobs is a junior driver, driving the yellow McLaren. As we are waiting for the session to forward to the next one. And there we go. So we have it. Our race format is going to be 2 races today with 2 qualifications. And each quali is going to be 20 minutes. And we have the white place going out first for the first 10 minutes of the 20-minute quali. As we already see them teeing up to the pit exit. As they get ready. Make the hover game and hit drive to make sure that I remove this and you guys can see the track map. Senior junior, Lizzie senior junior. Well, I mean, it is a title, you know, some people don't even have titles, so it's a good one. It's always good to have a title of your own. The boobies. And you see him doing a little bit of burnout right there, Bryce Birkin. And just try to say warm up their tires. They try to complete their out lap. So we have Bryce Birkin out on track. Tony Danzig also out on track. Tony Danzig, a guy that we didn't see for the last GT4 rookie race. Extremely rapid. Tony almost reliable Danzig. So we have Devin Anthony. You know, lately at least today, there's not so many Ferraris as last time on Paul Ricard. As last time on Paul Ricard, it just felt like it was a Ferrari Challenge Cup or something. But today we have a lot more diversity on track, on the grid, which is good. That's because David changed cars. Well, Anko is always changing cars. Mid-season as well. And then when I change a car for a one-off event, it's like, nephew, listen, nephew. You need to stick to one car. But I guess to him it's like, do what I say and not as I do. If David had stayed in the Ferrari, there would be nothing but Ferraris, probably. And I see Uncle David being in the red plates. Is he in the red plates? Oh no, he's not. That was Lizzie Aliceia. Pardon my eyes. I might be young, I might be 23, but yeah, I have the eyes of an 80-year-old. I need to move the screen so I can see chat more clearly. Oh, and just as I move it, it does that. Alright. Okay. I'll be moving some screens here. Give me a second. Alright. Well, so I hope that everybody is fueled up and ready to do this race, as we have our white plates. Completing our pros, our white plates. That's what the white plate means. They are just the pro class. And if anything is not up to standard, if you guys cannot hear me properly or anything, you can tell me, and we'll try to do our best to fix it. You see, okay, I can clearly see chat now. That's good. My race control is here. So check Uncle David driving the MSN. Yeah. So no pro has been able to put up a time yet. Let's see. Yeah, looks like but they should be now coming in, starting to put in their times, as we have Bryce Birkin putting in a 1:35.5, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be looking to improve on that time in the Boobies Racing Ferrari 296. An overall good platform of a car. Bryce Birkin putting in a 1:30. No, Ricky Bobby putting in a 1:35 flat in the Ion Lynx Lamborghini Huracan Performante. An Italian car. I think you're going to be seeing a whole lot of dominance from these Italian cars on these Italian tracks. Our alerts working? They should be working. I'm not sure. Let me check. Oh no. No, I don't think they are working properly, because they are integrated with Twitch, and I am logged in on Twitch using Microsoft browser, and the Microsoft browser is not my default browser. So that's probably why, because every time we start the stream, I have to manually change the title through. I cannot change the title through Streamlabs because it doesn't give me that option. That could probably be the reason why, but I will have to fix that as well later. Probably have to get another browser. Probably get Opera browser and put that one, and put our Noobs account on that one. So you have Mike Burkoff in one of the older cars on grid, putting in a 1:35.6. So you can see like Mike Burkoff and Bryce Birkin, pretty much close, putting as pretty much similar time. As you can see, that BOP actually nullifies most of the newer cars, making those older cars a bit more competitive. Tony Almost Reliable Danzig, not so sure why I'm not able to see his livery. Something might be wrong with the pit sync, because I did hit sync, but there was nothing, not even a single livery to download today. Tony there, Almost Reliable Danzig, putting in a 1:35.7. Most of these pros putting in 1:35s. Casey Swansea putting in a 1:36.9, a little bit close to the 1:37s. And followed by Devin Anthony in the 1:37.7, and David Aliceia, our Uncle Sage, in currently P7 for the white plates. Overall, P7 overall, putting in a 1:37.6. Any slower, we might have to bump him down to the red plates. Good luck, Lizzie, Benjamin, and Mike. Oh no, Noodles. Good luck to you too. And still, we still haven't really gotten to the bottom of why oh no Noodles. But the way I said it was like, oh no Noodles. You know, it's like something happened to our Noodles. Oh no, Tony Vieira's plate wasn't switched to whites. Oh no. Well, that was supposed to be something to be done. Tony Vieira, an extremely rapid driver in the right place, supposed to be promoted to the pro class, because this is a rookie series, and so its goal in mind is to make sure that our red plates make it up to the white plates. Is going to quali with the red plates, but is actually racing with the white plates. Another red plate out, you know. Yeah, as soon as they, like they improve their racecraft and they start showing that they're actually getting faster, they should just be moved up to the white plates, because that is the goal in sim racing. Always be improving, always be growing. You started out as a red plate, and now your skills have improved, and you're going to be getting moved up to the white plates, to the pro class. And so we have Mike Burkoff putting in a fast time of 134.6, but Ricky Bobby putting in a 134.6, only like 200ths of a second separating these guys. As we have them, it's gonna be a great battle between the two of them, as we see Ricky Bobby trying to exit the pits to try and put in a better lap time. Only has 1 minute 40 to make it happen, but if he's able to get out of those pits before the clock hits 34, he might be able to put in one more lap. But I'm not sure if he's going to improve up on his time because of those tires still being cold. Bryce Birkin in the Boobies Racing Ferrari 296 putting in a 135.5. Tony, almost reliable dance already in the pits. I think he's going to be calling it a day on this quali today. It's always good to see him back on track, because we did miss him on the last race. You see Mike Burkoff still out. Oh, it seems like he is invalidated, and he's gonna send it back to the pits. Alexio, this is Furnish, number 10 from Tuesday's GT4 Noobs League. Devin Furnish, nice to know that you are Oh No Noodles. Devin Furnish, Oh No Noodles. Oh, Doug. Yes, Douglas Furnish. Finish on the chopping block for the red plates. Well, yeah, as you can see, a lot of drivers have been improving so much so we might even have so many drivers being moved up to the white plates. But as we continue, we have our red plates going out on track. Lizzie Aliseya, the senior junior for the Noobs junior drivers. And the number 79 yellow McLaren. McLaren is an overall pretty good car, but with the BOP, it has some tracks that it really struggles at, but Misano isn't one of them. It can be a really fast car on Misano. It just takes a little bit of driving, a little bit of pushing on the car. We have Benjamin Biroff, our controller king, driving the BMW M4 GT3. I remember this car. It used to be the car that I used to drive. We all used to drive as the junior drivers This was last season or the season before that. I'm not even sure. I don't know. It was the season before last season. I'll always have a soft spot for this car, as it is a pretty good car. It teaches you a lot of the basics. So you have Alton Serra out on track. I'm pretty sure this is one of our newer drivers out on grid. One of our newer red plates. Driving the Ferrari 296. Ferrari 296, like I said, is a very stable platform. Much easier to drive than the other cars. You know, let's say the notorious Porsche 992s, or any Porsche for that matter. But it's just a difficult car to get that time out of it. I put RP, the controller prince. So you can see we have a controller king and a controller prince. Our controller prince driving in the red plates, the number 4 yellow McLaren Alpha Tour. Realistically, unless something crazy happens, we won't be switching any other GT4 drivers from AM to Pro this season, as we are already at mid-season. This is race 3, so we're already at mid-season. Yeah, so we're going to be having 6 races. We always have 6 races. Let's 6 races to complete the championship. So yeah, today is event 3. We're gonna be waiting on next race is going to be on Barcelona, if that is correct. Both GT4 and GT3s. So you have Trey Pritchard in the Sackett Stormers Porsche 992. I love that car. That car just sounds amazing. As we have our red plates, our first red plate putting in a time is Jeremiah Romano, putting in a 137.5, being followed by Roderick Rudd in the McLaren, putting in a 139.7. Good luck, David. Good luck, Uncle David. Well, Uncle David, any slower, we have decided that we are going to bump you down to the red plates. Either that, or we give you, or we yes, his mediocre livery showed up. As we have Benjamin Biddulph putting in a 137.6. So far as it stands, no red plate has been able to shoot up into the white plates positions, which is exactly like kind of what you need to see in a split championship. Tony Vieira, not a red plate in the SNK Motorsport. He is a white plate, but his plate just didn't change. Something might have happened with the what is it called, with the entry list. I just saw a pretty looking fair Porsche. Look at this Porsche. I am in love with it. As we say that, the Porsche being driven by Jacob Soccer, the Link race team. This is a pretty good looking Porsche. Look at those colors, they really pop out. Imagine if David would have made something like this for his car, but instead he settled for this. Where is David Alisea? Look at what he settled for. Just a plain old plain old red car with a logo on it. This is easily one of the most beautiful liveries out there on track tonight. I was on gratitude when it went green, like maybe 2 feet off his bumper. Yes, I listen to learn. Whenever it's like green, always be sure to leave a little bit of space. But however, if you want to go aggressive, try to go a little bit on the outside. Just so in case they break earlier than you do, you don't end up rear-ending them. Lazy Alisea in setting in a time of 1:42.4. Anko David, you need to she's been putting in a lot of work. Anko David's sister, Lazy Alisea, out on track driving the senior junior for the Noobs RS Junior Brothers. My first RC car was a Tamiya. Well, I've never owned an RC car before. Actually, thinking about it, I've never owned an RC anything. We have Chris Russell in the Royalty Racing BMW M4 GT3. Lizzie didn't know what a drive-through penalty is. Yes, she didn't know. I'm pretty sure there was a time when I joined. She had a drive-through, but she didn't complete it in 3 laps, and she ended up getting disqualified. I'm pretty sure. I think we are talking about the same incident because she was ahead of me at the time. Because I was still fairly like real. That was my first sim race. And she didn't know what the drive-through was, and I was right behind her. And she ended up getting disqualified for that. But either way, you leave, you learn. We have Alton Sarah in the Alpha Sierra Motorsport, putting in a time of 1:38. We have Tony Vieira. Tony Vieira putting in a time of 1:37.5. Our newly promoted red plate driver recently moved up to the white plates. Even though his tag says it's a red plate, he is driving with the white plates because this just seemed to be something. It's like a little problem with the entry list. I had a stop and go also and had some damage. Didn't realize you couldn't complete the stop and go and then fix the car in the same stop, or if you. So I saved the penalty and ended up having to do another full lap with all the damage. Tony seems to be struggling tonight. Well, Misano World Circuit is one of those tracks where you feel like you're going faster. You feel like you're going fast, but there's just one of those little bumps, those little curves that you must be abusing. If you don't abuse those curves, you're not gonna gain much time from it. Especially, I know most people in the GT3s struggle with that straight fast corner. They either brake too early or they brake too late. You just need to brake just enough to make it to cut across the curve. Right there. You see what I mean? Completely miss that curve. If he takes that curve, you'll be able to help his car steer into the corner at a higher speed. Then we have Tony Vieira. It seems like he's already going to be rounding off our. We're going to be rounding off our quali, our 20-minute quali. Now waiting for the sessions to move us into race 1 for the Noobs RS GT3 Rookie Series Event 3 on Misano World Circuit. And if you're just joining us, welcome to the stream. We really appreciate having you guys here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I am your host, Alex Yogafo. I'm also a Noobs RS Works driver. Sorry, I just reading the chat for a second. But I'm having video issues since it. Well, if it's issues that any of us can help out, you can always go into the Noobs Discord. I'm sure there's a lot of people who know a lot of stuff, and you can always get help there. As we get ready to meet our drivers. Let's see if I were. Because not even if I pressed F7, it doesn't really work. Alright. Click drive and change our drivers to Mike Burkhoff. Alright. Alright, we're just gonna do it in chase cam for now. Still haven't figured out how to do this. Anyways, in P1. In P1 we have Mike driving the Mike Rules 488 GT3 Ferrari is Mike Burkhoff, followed by Ricky Bobby in the Lamborghini GT3. In P2, Bryce Birkin with the Boobies Racing Ferrari. In P3, Tony Danzig. In P4, driving the Noobs Works driver, followed by Casey Swansiger. In P5, David Aliceia. In P6, Jeremiah Romano with the Collision Ferrari 296. In P7, followed by Devian Anthony, the Noobs driver. In P8, Benjamin Biddulph in the BMW M4 GT3. In P9, and Trey Pritchard in P10, followed by Tony Vieira, our white plate, red plate, in SNK Motorsport Ferrari 296. In P12, Jacob Soccer, one of the best looking liveries out there on grid tonight. In P13, Chris Russell, Royalty Racing BMW. In P15, Mike Quarters, the Noobs Junior driver, and followed by Toth Arpad, the Controller Prince. In P16, P17, we have Roderick Rudd, another McLaren. As you can, we have all the McLarens down there, most of the McLarens. As we last but not least, we have Lizzie Aliceia. I think she forgot to press drive, and she is going to be starting from the pits. She was on her phone and she's going to be starting from the pits. Unlucky for Lizzie. This is why they always say do not text and drive, or at least do not be on your phone and drive. I told you it's not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea to be on your phone as you're about to start your formation lap. Well, like anyways, it is a lesson. You live, you learn. It's always good to learn how to do a little bit of these pit starts, because you never know, you might join another league where they'll give you a random pit start for something you wouldn't know. Just like me the other day, they gave me a pit start for missing the briefing by 1 minute. It's 1 minute late to the briefing, and that was enough. Well, that was enough grounds for a pit stop penalty. As we have Mike Burkhoff, the only older car, the Ferrari 488 GT3, out on track tonight. But with that is he's the one who's putting in the fastest time at the moment, showing that BOP is such a good idea. It helps all the other people, it helps people who drive older cars stay competitive with the new cars. As we are about to line up, let me show you Canada just for a second. The next race is going to be on 2nd, Barcelona, and after that race 5 will be on Brands Edge, and the grand finale on 2nd Spa-Francorchamps is going to be a 1-hour race with a mandatory pit stop. As we go green, as we start our Noobs GT3 Rookie Series, event 3. As we already have Noobs RS drivers taking each other out. We already have carnage onto T2 and T1. As we have Mike Burkhoff still going in P1. Let's go a little bit backwards and see what happened. Oh no! It's already carnage. But it seems like the rest of the grid is going to be able to make it through the first few corners of the track, and we have, and just as we say that, it looks like Lizzie Alice starting from the pits. She's still in the pits, which is unfortunate for her because of that incident. She was held back. As we have Sarah already also having another incident. We're not sure what happened with them. And he also already has to serve a drive-through. Might have been an out of position or going too fast at race start. As we have Mike Burkhoff having Ricky Bobby hard on his heels at the start. It's going to be a 30-minute race. This is a sprint race, so it's pretty much going to be defend for Mike Burkhoff. So you have yellow flags on Tony Vieira. Tony Vieira seems to not be having a good time out there on track tonight. Was it contract related? Might have been a little bit. It's between. Oh, that's very unfortunate from that Noobs RS Ferrari 296. I'm not sure if he failed to hold his brakes right there, or he just seemed to like swerve out because of that grass. Tagging Tony Vieira out. Very unfortunate for Tony Vieira. Lizzie Alicea making sandcastles. We have Devin Anthony now in P15 overall, just right behind Tony Vieira. The two drivers who seem to have an incident together. As we're keeping up with the front pack, with Mike Burkhoff still leading, actually opening up the gap. It's now 0.4 seconds, leading Ricky Bobby by 0.4 seconds now. As Mike Burkhoff is going to look to try and defend and hold on for the rest of the 27 minutes in the race. As we catch up Tony Danzig in P4, sitting in solid. And then we have the red plates. We have Benjamin Biddulph in P1 currently, but he has Jeremiah Romano right behind him. Jeremiah Romano trying to go for the inside, but Benjamin Biddulph is just gonna close out that inside, not give him any space. Benjamin Biddulph being like Gandalf, you shall not pass. Very good defending, covering the inside by Benjamin Biddulph, using the one of the BMW's advantages to him. That car is big, it's a huge car, and pretty much if you put it in, if you just stick it properly, position it properly, you'll be able to defend. So we have Jacob Soccer in P3 overall for the red plates, but Casey Swansiger is right behind, trying to make up some positions. As we say that Jeremiah Romano was not able, might have made a mistake, which caused him to go out wide. The two Ferraris. So we have Casey Swansiger right behind Jacob Soccer, trying to make a pass so he can catch up to his white plate competition. Lap 1 equals bumper cars. True. Lap 1 was a bumper fest. As we have that Jeremiah Romano going out, has let Chris Russell be the current P3 for the red plates. Chris Russell in the Royalty Racing M4 GT3. It's actually a nice looking livery as well. So we have David Alicea right there with the red plates. David Alicea currently P12 overall, trying to make a move onto Roderick Rudd. As you see, he's going to be fully alongside as they go into that straight, not so straight, but a little bit of contact between the two. But David Alicea able to save it as they are about to come on to Curva Misano. Keeping up with the front 3. That gap is still the same, 0.4 seconds. The gap between Mike Burkhoff and Ricky Bobby. Mike Burkhoff in the older Ferrari 488, being followed by Ricky Bobby in the Lamborghini GT3 Evo 2. And Bryce Birkin in P3, having a lots of clean air. It looks like his position is going to be there, waiting for Mike Burkhoff and Ricky Bobby to battle it out, so he can catch up and possibly get the P1 position. Tony Almost Reliable Danzig in P4, also having lots of clean air, being followed by Benjamin Biddulph. So he actually has a good cushion in the form of Benjamin Biddulph right there. Benjamin Biddulph is going to hold off Casey for a second before he can make it to Tony Danzig. As we have Arpa Toth in P4 right now, as it stands currently. 2 seconds behind Chris Russell. Chris Russell being P3 for the Red Plates in the Royalty Racing. And it seems like Trey Pritchard is going to turn Arpa Toth, and Arpa Toth just seems to wander back into. Oh my god, it just seems to be a whole lot of carnage. So it seems like Arpi was trying to go for that one, but Trey Pritchard wasn't able to decide where to go. And Mike, is it Devin Anthony? Devin Anthony just joining the incident party. Danzig must be using a broken lever. And he probably might be using a broken livery, because that also happened with Lisa's livery last race in the GT4 race. You check out Michael Cortez going into the pits. He might be having a lot of damage. Like I say, that McLaren can sometimes it's a beast, but it's a hard beast to tame sometimes on some tracks. You just need to understand it a lot for you to actually be able to get lots of time out of it. Tony Vieira, currently P15, our white plate, red plate. And the SNK Motorsport Ferrari seems to be having a tough time out on track tonight. He's extremely rapid in the previous 2 events. So we know that he's a driver, he has that top skill to keep up. And just as we say that, we have a move done on Mike Burkhoff by Ricky Bobby. So we have Ricky Bobby just taking it from Mike Burkhoff, because Mike Burkhoff might have made a mistake opening up that inside, and Ricky Bobby just taking it, and it seems like Ricky Bobby now leading Mike Burkhoff by 0.5 seconds. Ricky Bobby's going to try and consolidate this P1 position, but Mike Burkhoff is not going to go down without a fight. As this bout between the 2 of them is going to continue. So check up on Casey's once again. And we have yellow flags on Lizzie Alicea. And she's going to go straight to the pits. So you have most of the McLaren drivers tonight are having trouble on this track with that car. Because the McLaren in the slow corners, if you give it too much gas or gas too early, it's going to spin out. And this track has some notorious slow corners that you have to watch out for. I'm gonna wait for the next race. Well, no, you shouldn't wait for the next race. You should continue this race, because you know, the warm-up. Because as we have seen, most of our drivers perform better in race 2 after race 1. That's because of the warm-up from race 1. You know, so you should continue the race. So Benjamin Biddulph in P1 for the red plates, putting in a fastest time of 1:37. Let's check who's been putting out the fastest, the top speed. The top speed has been Mike Burkhoff, putting in at 249 kilometers an hour, but being followed by Mike Burkhoff and Ricky Bobby, by Bryce Birkin and Ricky Bobby with 248 kilometers an hour. But surprisingly, the Porsche is able to put like a 247 kilometers an hour, which is not bad, knowing that the Porsche sometimes does lack on that top end. But we still have the bout between Mike Burkhoff and Ricky Bobby going on. It seems like Mike Burkhoff is pushing that Ferrari hard to try and get that position back. My Steam just says Arpi is not playing Assetto Corsa. Did something happen to Arpi? No, he's still out on track. That might just be my Steam doing Steam things. And just as Jeremy copies the turn principle said, he was hoping for a clean race, but lap 1 just seemed to be something else. Mike Cortez back out on track. We love to see that. Now coming up on Jacob Sorkin. It's not the position, because Mike Cortez is like a lap down. Jacob Sorkin in P2 overall for the red plates. All he has to do is keep on doing what he's doing and bring it home. You know, like I always say, the Porsche is a very difficult car to drive, but once you learn how to drive it, it becomes one of the best cars you've ever driven in the game. Why do I say that? Because you can use the throttle to turn this car. You can use the throttle and it will turn on throttle. It will turn if you tap the brake. It's just a dynamic car. Practically, you know, anything you give it, it will accept it. But because it's such a difficult car to get to grasp in the beginning, most people will, you know, stay away from it. So we have Mike Burkhoff coming in really close. As you can see where he is, his nose is literally almost touching the bumper of the Lamborghini right in front of him. Lamborghini Ricky Bobby. As these two have been in a bout for the past 13 minutes. It's now becoming a question of how long can you defend. Mike Burkhoff stepping out of that slipstream. Is he going to have enough to be alongside? No, unfortunately, no, he's not. As they come into T1, coming into T2. Ricky Bobby washing out a little bit wide, making a little bit of a mistake. But Mike Burkhoff trying to go on the inside again. It looks like he's going to be fooling. No, Mike is easy. He's going to try to make it. He's going to be on the inside as they come. But on the next corner, Ricky Bobby is going to be the one having the inside. It's Mike Burkhoff seems to have made the position back. And that was a great battle between those two. But is Ricky Bobby going to falter, or is he going to push and try and get it back? Mike Burkhoff is a fantastic racer, and that is true. As it seems like he has seemed to have held off Ricky Bobby for now, and that should be Tony Vieira. Yeah, that is Tony Vieira. But Tony Vieira way behind. But Tony Vieira now in between Ricky Bobby and the Noobs Racing of Bryce Birkin. Meaning that if Bryce Birkin wants to get up to Ricky Bobby, he has to firstly negotiate his way through Tony Vieira. That was one great battle between Mike Burkhoff and Ricky Bobby. As it seems, the bout is still on. These two are still going toe to toe, a tooth and nail. There's Benjamin Biddulph. It seems like Jacob Soka is still in P2 for the red plates, but seems to be making it around the track at a steady pace, putting in the same consistent lap time, which is one of the best things you can do as a sim racer. Consistency. The more consistent you are, the less mistakes you make out on track. As we have David Aliceia has to make it around Chris Russell, knowing that this is not a battle for position. So at any time, if Chris Russell feels overwhelmed, he can always let David go. But with that said, you know, Chris Russell is also racing, so Uncle David has to negotiate his way around him. But it seems like that BMW in the straight is just going to be something else. As we have Roderick Rudd in P4 overall trying to catch up to Chris Russell. So Chris Russell fighting David Aliceia here, battling David Aliceia wouldn't be wise for him if he's going to give Roderick Rudd a chance to close up the gap onto him. As we say that the front three are all Italian cars, with the Ferrari of Mike Burkhoff being followed by the Lamborghini of Ricky Bobby. The Bryce Burkett in P3 currently. 18 minutes left in the race. So we can see Bryce Burkett trying to make it around Tony Vieira, but he's going to pucker up right there, and because it wasn't safe for him to make it around Tony Vieira. Tony Vieira, his plate says he's a red plate, but he's been moved to the white plate. And I cannot say it enough. He doesn't seem to be having a great time out there on track tonight, as it stands for race 1. Maybe on race 2 he might be doing a better job. Mid-pack drivers are all over the place tonight. Yes, David Aliceia, yellow flags. What happened, Uncle David, as he's trying to make it around Chris Russell. And the Lamborghini just doing Lamborghini things. That car in the lower gears, oh, and he hit the barrier as well. That is one of the reasons why I said I don't like driving the Lamborghini. Lamborghini at the lower gears, like gear 1, gear 2, it has so much torque that it just spins out. Like, it feels like that gear 1 is unusable. Trust me, I know it is usable to those people who are very used to driving the Lamborghini, but for me it's just something else. It just seems to randomly make that back step out. So we have Lizzie Aliceia still in the pits. It seems like she has decided to retire from this race and considered to just wait for race 2. Michael Cortes, currently P15. I'm pretty sure we had more drivers. We might have had drivers that have left the race, as I don't see Jeremiah Romano anymore out on track. As we have now Mike Burkhoff opening up a 2.6 second gap onto Ricky Bobby. Mike Burkhoff now seems to be down for business and not wanting to be back into that bout. Casey Swansiger, yellow flags. What happened, Casey? Casey Swansiger driving the Noobs RS Porsche 992, one of the cars that I love the most. I'm not sure what happened there. If it was the curb or if he gave it gas a little bit too early. And Casey Swansiger currently at P5 for the white plates right now. Benjamin keeping up with the leader for the red plates, Benjamin Biddulph in P1 for the red plates. Currently P5 overall, putting in a time of 1:37. Fastest lap time right now is a 1:34.9 by Mike Burkhoff, but his last lap time was 1:35 flat. Mike Burkhoff lapping the track faster than any of his competition right now, which is allowing him to open that gap onto Ricky Bobby. The gap is now 3.3 seconds. But both of them are leading Bryce Burkett in the Boobies Racing for Ferrari 296 by 6 seconds. So this is showing like these drivers are all of different classes. But that Boobies Racing Ferrari do be looking nice as we watch it, go past the camera with those flame decals on the hood. Alright, I'm gonna take a sip on my water. As as we watch Jacob Soccer. And you know, he's been driving pretty consistent tonight, putting in pretty consistent lap times, keeping it safe, and he's in P2 overall. So you have Devin Anthony being able to make it around Chris Russell. Chris Russell has dropped position, and now Roderick Rudd is in P3 for the red plates. Like I said, Chris Russell, he might have pushed it a little bit more, which made him make a bit more mistakes, maybe. The way it looks though, Lizzie, you might have been crashed out anyway. Well, Trey Pritchard and RP Torth battling for P11. It looks like RP Torth is going to be able to go around. No, it was Trey Pritchard trying to go around RP Torth, but RP Torth just keeping that inside covered. And we can see that McLaren has damage in the front of it. As we have them coming across the straight, not so straight. Trey Pritchard washes out wide, and as you see, is he gonna dive? He almost tagging them, but that is a good battle between them. He tried to dive on the inside, but RP just defending very hard right there, closing the inside. Arthur Toth, the Noobs junior driver, our controller Prince, showing some really good defending right there. As you can see, that controller is also giving him a little bit of trouble, as he seems to oversteer sometimes. But with that said, he's actually defending pretty well, holding off Trey Pritchard, allowing Michael Cortez to join the bout. Michael Cortez now side by side, Trey Pritchard, but Michael Cortez gonna wash out a little bit wide. But still, with that said, he's still in the bout. As we see, RP seems to have a little bit of a moment. But it seems, as for now, he's going to be able to hold on to his position. As these three, Trey Pritchard, as we have Arthur Toth, Trey Pritchard and Michael Cortez in a three-way battle. As we have... we seem to have yellow flags on Ricky Bobby. And just as we say that, this is going to give Bryce Birkins a chance. Let's see what happened onto Ricky Bobby. Let's go back 30 seconds in time. Ricky Bobby, he was currently P2. It looks like right now he's going to be losing a position on to the Boobies Racing of Bryce Birkins. It's just as I said, it's just that torque of that Lamborghini. Believes okay, because that is if I were to read it in my mother language, that would be Socha. But if the C is like an S, Socha, then okay. So we have Bryce Birkin now being gifted that position by Ricky Bobby. Bryce Birkin now in P2 in the 69 Boobies Racing Ferrari 296. We only have 6 minutes left into the race, as we have Jacob Socha in P2 for the red plates. Keeping up with Tony Almost Reliable Danzig, the guy with the broken livery. Tony Danzig in P4 overall. Also has been able to just drive it, keeping it safe. Which is one of the best things you could ever do in sim racing, just learn how to drive and bring it back to the pits safely unscathed. Socha, it is okay. Thank you for correcting me there, so that I no longer butcher that name. They have Trey Pritchard. Looks like David Alcea is now between Trey Pritchard and Alpha Toth. Uncle David, we have to bump this man to the red plates. Uncle David, also known, I'm not sure if it is the car or if it, because He's recently switched to the Lamborghini. He used to be driving the Ferrari 296, but for this track decided to go with the Lamborghini. Keeping up with Mike Burkoff. Mike Burkoff now leading P2 by 13 seconds. Mike Burkoff just showing his class there, showing that he's out of this world. So, yellow flags on David. Was it yellow flags? No. No, it wasn't yellow flags onto him. Probably just a little bit of a slide. Yeah, it was a slide, and race controls. Race controls treats a slide like yellow flags. At least he was able to catch it and not let it wander into the path of Trey Pritchard right there. See, keeping up Tony Vieira in P14. Tony Vieira putting in a best time of 1:36.3. So his time is not bad. He's just been involved in a lot of incidents, which is unlucky for him tonight in race 1. As we see Roderick Rudd and the Noobs RS McLaren. I'm not sure if he is the Noobs RS driver or it is a livery he made and named it according to the league. The 33 McLaren of Roderick Rudd in P3 overall, not 3 overall, 3 for the red plates. And Chris Russell right behind, but he's right behind, but he's not behind by 9 seconds. Chris Russell might have just is his livery for the league. Okay, gotcha. Okay. This in race 2. Race 1 is about to come to an end. There's only have 2 minutes left into the race. It's Mike Burkoff. Mike rules. Yes, Mike rules. He's definitely been dominant out there on track tonight. But as we have Ricky Bobby now 4 seconds behind Bryce Burkett. Would he be able to catch up to Bryce Burkett? But just as I say that, I see that he has a car right in front of him. The car of Tony Vieira. So he's going to have to go around Tony Vieira to make it to Bryce Burkett. Misano World Circuit. I'm not sure if this track is too technical, or is it too of a technical track, but pretty sure this, I'm not sure, but for me I find this to be one of the most loving tracks out there. With the curves and everything, the curves of this track are very loving compared to other tracks. So we have Michael Cortes in P15. Only just ahead Lizzie Alisea was retired to the pits. Hopefully next race will be more compact. They did it last week. Second race was much cleaner than the first race. Yes. Oh! As we have Alfred Toth having yellow flags. I'm not sure if he held his brakes right there. You should always hold your brakes. As he tried to save it, but he couldn't. And they almost went into David Alcea. Uncle David had to pull out the Spider-Man moves. If Uncle David were to be the Spider-Man, who would you think he would be? Tobey Maguire? And that McLaren is pretty much banged up. It's going to be hard to control as it seems to be having suspension damage. Boobies Racing of Bryce Burkett in P2. And in P2, having lots of clean air. You can always do hot laps until it seems like we are now in the last final lap. And just as I say that, Mike Burkhoff has already finished the race. In P1, Bryce Burkett coming in for P2, being followed by Ricky Bobby. He's going to be coming in P3, and Tony Almost Reliable Danzig still has a couple corners to one more corner to go ahead, and he's going to be bringing in home the P4 for the Noobs RS racing team. Benjamin Biddulph bringing in P1 for the red plates, and P5 overall, P6, and P5 is going to be Casey Swansea as he makes it towards the final straight, coming into the finish line, completing race 1. Jacob Sosha and the Link Racing team, and one of the best looking Porsches I've seen in a while. Coming in P2 for the red plates, Devin Anthony gonna be coming in for P8. P8 overall. Roderick Rudd P3. P3 for the red plates. I'm not sure, but this might be his first podium with us on the Noobs RS GT3 Rookie Series. Chris Russell, he was P3 for the red plates, just made a bit of a mistake which lost him that podium position. Hope he's going to be able to get that podium position. Anko David coming in P11. And Trey Pritchett coming in P12 in the second Stormers Porsche 992. Tony Vieira already in the pits, coming in P13. Mike Cortez in P14. But you see, we have Trey Pritchett in P15, Lizzie Alicea in P16, rounding off our positions for the race 1. Let me make sure that I save this replay. Oh no. Seems like I cannot save this replay because it's only showing me a few laps. Alright, I'm not gonna be able to save that one. Still just showing me Lizzie Alicea. Well, at least she was in the... Alright, there we go. Now let's quit this replay and hit drive. As we wait for the session to forward us to the next one. That was race 1. Race 1 for the event 3 Noobs RS GT3 Rookie Series. On Misano World Circuit. Yes, Misano World Circuit. So as we wait for the quali session 2 to start, it's going to be a 20-minute quali, and we're going to have the white plates going out first for the first 10 minutes of the 20 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes would be the red plates going out. You see, I just saw how are we having a car driving? I'll be back in a bit on the NRU Twitch. You gotta move from PC to phone. Alright, Alright, Drift King Coverage. We would be here still waiting for the race, for the quali 2, for the race 2 to start. So just wait for... Berkhoff needs more ballast. Mike Berkhoff needs more than a ballast. He needs more ballast, and we need to maybe take away 50 horsepower as well. We take off 50 horsepower, and probably also give him, let's say, how much of a ballast would be good. We can just count the letters of his name, multiply that by 10, and that would be the amount of kilograms we give him. So each letter of his racing name multiplied by 10, and that would be the ballast that we give him. In the mic rules. Give me a second. I am starting to sweat. Oh god. Alright. What a race. That was a very good race, and it was a very good battle between Mike Berkoff and Ricky Bobby. But Ricky Bobby just seemed to have a moment right there which gave Bryce Birkin the position, the P2 position, and you know, the boobies racing of Bryce Birkin. He was just driving consistently right behind them, waiting for them to make a mistake, and the race provided. He just caught Ricky Bobby in an incident, and he got that B2 position. Yeah, hit drive, and we are about as our white plates should be out on track, looking to complete the first 10 minutes of quali. You didn't see what Jeremy said about us, David. What did Jeremy say? Now, you have piqued my interest. Anyways, as our white plates are completing their outlap, I'm gonna show our race calendar here. Our race calendar. Today we are on Misano World Circuits, as today is the 25th of January. And the next race is going to be on Circuit Barcelona. Barcelona is going to be the 1st of February for the GT3s, and the GT4s on the 30th of January is going to be on Barcelona as well. And after that, race 5 is going to be on Brands Hatch on the 8th of February, and our grand finale for both GT3 and GT4 is going to be on Spa-Francorchamps. That race will be a 1-hour race. It will have one mandatory pit stop. We have this so we can have our AM drivers, we can have them learn how to do a proper pit stop. As I'm pretty sure there's also going to be a workshop would be held on the Noobs RS Discord to help them learn how to use the MFD and everything else. And as we wait for them, as they are completing their quali, Matt, might as well tell you what we're going to be doing. These races, most of them, 2 quali sessions, one quali session, then into race 1, then quali session 2 into race 2, and of that and each race is 30 minutes. The quali sessions, both of them are 20-minute qualis, with 10 minutes being for the white plates or our pro drivers, and the last 10 minutes being for our red plates, which is our AM drivers. And by AM drivers, which is our rookie drivers. And this league is a 6-race championship, when today is race 3. So this is the mid-season of the championship. With this being the mid-season of the championship, pretty sure we have so we're also going to be having prizes for our rookie drivers, which is our red plates, which is going to be a Track Titan subscription for P1, P2 and P3 at the end of the championship. So as we have it right now, P1 would be getting a 6-month Track Titan subscription, and P2 getting 3 months of a Track Titan subscription. P3 will be getting 1 month of a Track Titan subscription, and our white plates, I'm not sure what they will be getting yet. It hasn't been notified to me, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be prizes for our pro drivers as well. And with that said, Noobs RS is powered by our rookie leagues, are powered by Circuit Core and Track Titan. You can find out more about Circuit Core in their Discord. Exclamation sponsors in the chat. And you can see our sponsors. Our sponsors, Circuit Core and Track Titan, which power our rookie leagues, both the GT3 and the GT4. Track Titan being an AI coach, which helps you show you where you are missing out time, show you help improve your line, which could be a very good tool when you are getting coaching or anything. Hello, Lizzie. Lizzie said, don't be on your phone for race 2, please. Is this LFM? No, this is Noobs RS GT4 Rookie Series, and welcome to the stream. This is race 3 for our GT3 Rookie Series. this is not Elephant, but this is the Noobs RS. You can go exclamation simgrid. It will take you to a simgrid page if you want to join us. Exclamation simgrid, it will take you to our simgrid page, and then from our simgrid page you can find our Discord and you can join. Noobs RS being a community that is set on helping drivers learn how to sim race, get them more invested into sim racing. No matter what skill level you are, whether you are starting out today, whether you have been driving for more than a decade, we have drivers of all skill levels across the grid. And as we don't mind everybody, it's sim racing is for everyone. And Noobs RS being that, we are opening our leagues to everyone, as we have our newer drivers will be driving in the red plates, or the rookie split, and our more senior or experienced drivers will be driving with the white plates, which is the pro drivers. And yes, we run a BOP, an LFM BOP, which is why you can see Mike Burkhoff driving the 488 Ferrari GT3, and is actually being one of the faster drivers out on track with the older car, thanks to that BOP, since the BOP helps keep those older cars competitive compared to the newer cars. As I see, Tolua Oloyagbe, he was late, couldn't make it to race 1, but he is here for race 2. And with that, we like to see that, as people make it into race 2. Now we only have 3 minutes left for the white plates, as we have Ricky Bobby currently in P1, putting in a lap time of 135 flat, followed by Mike Burkhoff putting in a 135.4. But I'm pretty sure oh no, he's not gonna try to improve on his time. He's probably deciding to start on P2. Bryce Birkin in the Boobies Racing Ferrari, putting in a time of 135.5, only a tenth off Mike Backoff's pace. Tony Almost Reliable Danzig putting in a 136.2, gonna be starting in P4 overall for now. Devin Anthony, the Noobs RS Ferrari driver, putting on a 136.3. That's how we join the next one. We would love to see you out on track with us. Exclamation simgrid, it'll take you to our simgrid page, and you can join our Discord and follow us on simgrid and be able to race with us. Like I said, Noobs RS is a sim racing community open to people of various skill levels, of all skill levels, I must say. Whether you're starting out today or you are a seasoned veteran, it doesn't matter, we will still accommodate. If you ever have questions or anything in the Noobs RS Discord, you can ask, and there will be a lot of people to help you. If you have any questions about the Noobs RS itself, you can ask any of the stuff on the Discord. Just add any of the stuff and they will be able to help you out. Or if they're not, they will direct you to whoever will be able to help you. Exclamation socials, it will also take you to our social pages, our Instagram, our Facebook, and our YouTube. Our YouTube is where we usually post our VODs for these races. So if you ever thought that maybe you missed a race and you just want to, just rewatch the stream for memories or the nostalgic feel, you can always go to our YouTube channel and you can always watch our VOD. You can watch the VODs, it will always be there. And our Facebook, normally managed by Kevin Rivera, our media manager, mostly being managing our media manager and our Instagram most lately. But Jeremy Cobbage, being the team principal, usually posts our Instagram pictures that you find out there on Instagram. So if you can, exclamation socials, hop down Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, give us a follow. Or love, it would be greatly appreciated, as we love the love and the support that you guys give us, since you guys make it all possible. We have our white plates completing the 10-minute quali, as we have our red plates starting to line up on the pit exit. We have Benjamin Biddulph, race Race 1 winner for the Red Blades, making it out of the pits in that Noobs RS BMW M4 GT3. Benjamin Biddulph, our controller king. As you can see, we have people who race on controllers. Lizzie Alisei is still in the pit. We have people who race on controller, so it doesn't matter whether you're using a wheel, a controller. Sim racing is for everyone. You can just join, come in, and have some fun. As we have Alpha Tooth, the controller prince, being followed by, and right behind him, being Benjamin Biddulph, the controller king. As they are about to complete their outlap. And this outlap, people are going to be at least giving each other space to make sure that they'll be able to start putting in hot laps from the next lap. To have Tolo Olrayagve was able to start his lap before the end of the 10 minutes quality. And right now, he's looking to put in a better time. His last time was 1:37.2. As he's almost coming to the start finish straight. He's gonna be almost there, and we're gonna see if he improves upon his time here. As he is only a 10th behind, and he's able to put in a 1:36.6, giving him a position ahead of Uncle David Alisea. As he takes it to the pits, and now we have Lizzie Alisea. We have two Aliseas on track, being brother and sister. With the brother roping his sister into sim racing, which is something that you love to see, because you can see sim racing is for everyone, friends and family included. First race was meh. I told you, we are bumping you down to the red blades. I'm good, David. Good luck to everyone this race. Thank you, Drift King Cabbage. That is Noobs RS official. That is our team principal, Jeremy Drift King Cabbage. So we have Jacob Sorsha in that Link race team, Porsche 992. People just our red plates are still making their outlap. Now they're starting to put in their fast laps, their hot laps, as we keep on with Upper Tooth, our controller prince, being followed by the controller king right behind him of Benjamin Biddulph. Ben Biddulph. But as it seems like if you look at the way these two drivers are controlling their cars on their controllers, it seems like Benjamin Biddulph seems to have a little bit more control. As some of those turns of by Arpi, they seem to be a little bit erratic compared to Ben Biddulph. Sorry, I switched to my phone so I can lead the raid tonight. Can be on my own account to do that. Well, that is no problem. I'm not sure if that is just me, but that seems to be like an observation that I'm making. Tony Vieira has been able to shoot up past Uncle David, and Tony Vieira is now in P8 overall, putting in a time of 1:36.8. Tony Vieira. His plate says he's a red plate, but he's one of the newly promoted drivers to the white plates. So in this league, we have a 2-race cushion, and if we see that you're putting in consistent times that are able to compete with the pro drivers, we will move you from the red plates to the white plates. And since the goal is to have our red plates becoming white plates, so it is a good thing to know that you are growing as a sim racer. And Tony Vieira, one of the drivers who has just been recently promoted because he's been showing some incredible pace in the previous races. Pro is too good of a word for us. No, it is a good word. Maybe for you it's not though. For you, like we said, we are taking you back to the red blades. Welcome to the stream. I'm not gonna be able to read that name. Magic. How about I just say magic? Magic would be way better if I just say magic. Well, yes, I'm pretty sure, like, with the way the splits are right now, we only have 2 splits because the grid is a little bit, it's not much of a really big grid, but we would actually hope to have, like, what, 4? As Jeremy Garbage is saying, we'd have 4 plates. With 4 plates, 4 splits, I'm pretty sure we'd have Am, Pro Am, and then we'd have, what else after Pro Am? Pop Top Mergic. Okay. You see, I should have opened my eyes to that. The I am, like, I am, I read it as I'm, you know, as im instead of I am. I am Pop Top Mergic. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Welcome to the Noobs GT3 Rookie Series Event 3. This is our mid-season race on Misano World Circuits. We are just completing our quali 2 for race 2, as we are going to be going into a 30-minute sprint race after this. It's fine, I've been slacking. Well, you need to get behind that wheel a bit more, so that you and your sister can, so you can also teach your sister to get faster on track. But I blame the car change. It's not you, it's the car. So we have our McLaren junior drivers out on track. They seem to just be having a hard time with the McLaren. With the McLaren out on track. New car, who's this? The new car is the Lamborghini. You should have stayed in your Ferrari. Unexpected streams. The stewards have been slacking too. Not a single incident being reviewed from GT4s. Well, the thing that happened is I was ready, since I'm part of the stewards as well. I was ready to do the incidents, but when I was ready to do it, Uncle David had COVID. So, and being that I am in China, by the time you guys wake up, I'm about to go to bed. And by the time I wake up, you guys are about to go to bed. Uncle David was fired. Oh, maybe that would help you focus on your livery. As we have Ben Biddulph, P7 overall right now, putting in a 136.6. Our controller king, as you can see, he's actually able to keep up with some of the white plates who are racing on wheels, and which is why I think it would be good for him to also take RP under his wing, because as you saw through that corner, Benjamin Biddulph was a little bit smoother compared to RP. As you can see that RP has a little bit more input compared to Ben Biddulph right there. But it could also be just Ben Biddulph has been driving controller for maybe a longer period of time than RP, which could also be affected. Tony Vieira. Tony Vieira in putting in a time of 1:36.8. Still not able to improve on that time, as his last lap time was 1:39.7. Not being able to be consistent at this track. Tony Vieira, a really fast driver. He proved that on Silverstone and Paul Ricard. But it seems like he's having a little bit of trouble with Misano World Second right here tonight. My time shouldn't be taken into consideration for fast red plates. Uncle David putting in 1:37.1. You can do better than this. That was that was the only valid lap. Southwest. Well, as I said, I don't know if it is the Lamborghini, because it has so much torque at lower end gears, right? Gear 1, gear 2, that torque is just so much. It makes that car spin out if you're not able to manage that throttle. It reminds me so much of the McLaren, but the McLaren, at least the McLaren, if you stay off the gas and once you're straight and give it gas, it will go. But the Lamborghini, even when you're straight, give it so much gas, it has the potential of just spinning out. So we have Mike Waters, Noobs Jr. driver, putting in a 1:37.3. And only 2/10 off Uncle David's pace. And right now he's currently in P2 for the red plates. And Jacob Sosha in P3 for the red plates. It's P2 in the last race, which is very good. It's a good showing by him. And Chris Russell now in P4. Alfred Toth in P3 for the red plates, which is very good by him. Just go faster, don't use brakes. Very good advice, you know. That is something else. Oh, gas, no brakes. As our drivers are on grid, waiting for us to start our race 2 for the Noobs RS GT3 Rookie Series Event 3 on Misano World Circuit. And right now, all I have to say is, Lizzie Aliceia, please get off your phone and be ready to go racing. We love to see you here out on chat, but I also don't want you getting a pit start, okay? Alright, we go into the chase cam. So you have P1 being the Iron Lynx Lamborghini of Ricky Bobby, being followed by Mag Burkhoff in the 488 Ferrari GT3. In P2, the Boobies Racing Ferrari, the 296 Ferrari by Bryce Burkett. In P3, Casey Swansiger. In P4, being followed by Davin Anthony, the Noobs RS driver. In P5, Benjamin Biddulph, another Noobs RS driver. We have 3 Noobs RS drivers in line next to each other. In P6, then we have Tony Vieira, finally able to move up. You're now in P7. Tony Almost Reliable Danzig starting out in P8. Tony Danzig being extremely rapid, be able to make up a couple positions in that Porsche. Tolowa Oloyagbe in P9, followed by Michael Cortez, the Noobs RS Junior driver. In P10, Lizzie Aliceia, David Aliceia. In P11, Jacob Sosha. In P12, followed by Todd Arvi. And the Noobs RS Junior driver, the Controller Prince. In P13, Chris Russell and the Royalty BMW M4. In P14, Trey Pritchard in that second Stormers Porsche. In P15, Roderick Rudd and the Noobs RS. It's not the Noobs RS, it's just the name of his livery. In P16, and lastly but not least, Lizzie Aliceia, the Noobs RS Junior Senior driver. In P17, as our drivers are going out, completing their formation lap, warming up their tires, weaving and turning and weaving and turning. Senior, junior. Lizzie press drive. At least she was able to press drive. Alright, as our drivers are completing their formation lap, we take up to the calendar, right? And today we are out here on Misano World Circuit. The next race is going to be on Barcelona, second Barcelona, for both the GT4 and the GT3 race. The GT4 being on the 30th of January and our GT3 being on the 1st of February. And then the next race, our race 5, will be on Brands Hatch for both GT4 and GT3, and our grand finale will be on Spa, on the second Spa of Francorchamps. It will be a 1 hour race with one mandatory pit stop, and there's going to be a workshop to teach our drivers how to do a proper pit stop and how to use their MFDs to modify their pit strategies. With that said, exclamation socials for you guys to get to our socials and see our Instagram, our Facebook, our YouTube. You can do that and give us a follow. It would be much and greatly appreciated. Our socials mostly being managed by Kevin Rivera and our team principal Jeremy Cabbage. Exclamation sponsors for you to see our lovely sponsors of Assettocorsacompetizione and Track Titan, which power our rookie leagues. With Track Titan being an AI coach, which helps you get some time, teach you the line and everything, which is a great tool if you're receiving some coaching, because it'll give your coach some data to look at, and it's a much easier software to understand. And Assettocorsacompetizione, you can find out more about Assettocorsacompetizione in their Assettocorsacompetizione Discord. You can just go to your Discord and say Assettocorsacompetizione Discord and find out how. Exclamation SimGrid, it will take you to a SimGrid page and you'll be able to join our Discord from there. With Noobs RS being a community, helping out drivers get faster on track, no matter what skill level, there will be people who are willing to help you and get you out and enjoying sim racing. As we have our drivers, as we have our P1 of Ricky Bobby making it up to the last start finish straight, as we are about to go green on our race 2 of second World Misano. As we go green in race 2, as our drivers are coming up to T1, hoping to see a much cleaner race, and we already have a little bit of bumping and banging that was caused by a Noobs RS junior driver, and Sasha is just being on the unfortunate receiving end of that. But all the other drivers have been able to make it around. What happened to Tony Roderick Rudd? As we still have bumping and banging for the ones that are behind. There's people saying, but it seems like Tony Danzig starting out in the pits. Did Tony forget to press drive? And now we have Sasha trying to make up some positions. At least he would be able to. But just as we say that, Bryce Birkin has gained the position onto Mike Burkhoff here. Bryce Birkin in the Boobies Racing Ferrari, now in P2. But Mike Burkhoff being an extremely rapid driver, we expect him to make that position and give us a great battle between those two. Tony got teleported. Okay. So, was he going too fast or he was going too slow? As we have it now, Casey Swansiger is in P4 overall and is right behind Mike Burkhoff, trying to catch that slipstream. And right behind him is the controller king, Benjamin Biddulph. As you can see, Ben Biddulph being able to be at least competitive, keeping up with these white plates on his controller. And Tony Vieira now in P7, having a really better showing. P7 overall, but in P6. And Casey Swansiger has made it around Mike Burkhoff. So go back 15 seconds in time to see how Casey did it. And switch it a little bit into Helicam, as Mike Burkhoff seemed to have made a mistake and went out wide. And Casey Swansiger giving him enough space to rejoin into that inside, which is very something you like to do. As we see Mike Berkoff having the controller king side by side. And Mike Berkoff is probably is going to give that position, but he's going to be side by side in the straights. A little bit of lawnmower cutting, grass cutting here, but he's going to be keeping it right there. Overall, so much action packed as the race just begins right now. As the drivers are more close to each other. So Michael Cortez seems to have dropped from that podium position he started in, and he's now behind Trey Pritchett. With Chris Russell right now in P2 for the red plates, but having Alfred Toth in P3 right behind him. And it seems like they're going to keep on going like that for now. Tolo Oloyake and Roderick Rudd side by side as they're coming into P1. We have Tony Danzig, still pretty far away from the rest of the grid. With Tony Danzig being teleported to the pits. Not sure what happened for him to get that teleportation, but he's going to be. We know that he is fast. He should be able to catch up to that grid. So we have Tolua Oloyagve right behind, just in the field of these red plates. So many red plates, and we just have a car washing out wide. Michael Cortez trying to go on the outside, so aggressive. So keep up Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby seems to be now be bringing on. It seems to be meaning business now as he's driving to keep that P1 position, because it was very unfortunate for him in race 1. As we have Casey Swanziger still holding onto that P3 with Mike Berkoff right behind him. And just as we try to catch up and see with Trey Pritchett, it seems to just go out wide. It's going to give Tolo Oloyagve the space and allow Roderick Rudd to come in closer. Roderick Rudd trying to go onto the inside. Is he going to go for the switchback? It looks like he is, and is he going to be able to see, just washes out wide. And as Trey Pritchett defends his position pretty good. Sosha trying to dive on the inside. And very good awareness from these drivers. That was a great send by Sosha, just sending it onto the inside of Trey Pritchett. And good for those guys, by those drivers, just making it safe through there. It was really close and no room for error. As we see Trey Pritchett also trying to pull out the same move that Sosha put out on him. They're still side by side, but Sosha is going to be having the inside as they go into that turn. And it seems like Trey Pritchett just didn't break enough, but now Sosha is now under threat from. Is that Michael Cortez? Yes, it's Michael Cortez and the Noobs Junior McLaren. As you can see, Michael Cortez is really close, and one wrong move from Sosha could mean him losing this position to Michael Cortez. He did outbrake himself. You see, this is what I mean by Misano or it's just these little things that actually give you time. Like right there, Michael Cortez lifted. You can go out flat through that turn. Is he going to take the curb? He takes the curb down into second gear. Take the curb, he misses the curb as well. That could help him turn the car. And just as we say that, we see Sosha now putting some pressure onto Tolua Oloyagve. As you see, he is actually taking these curbs properly in the Porsche. The Porsche not being one of the best cars when it comes to taking curbs. but you see Socha just doing it, and it seems to tap Tolua Oloyagbe. That makes Tolua Oloyagbe miss his breaking point. But Tolua, being a great driver he is, able to recover pretty quick. So you have the front race. In the front three, we still have Ricky Bobby in P1, now leading Bryce Birkin by 2 seconds. And Bryce Birkin in the 296 Boobies Racing Ferrari. In P2, we have Casey Swansiger in P3, but having Mike Burkhoff right at his heels, and Mike Burkhoff himself between two Noobs RS drivers. Would the two drivers team up against Mike Burkhoff, or are they going to hold him back so that Casey Swansiger can keep this P3 position? Or is Casey Swansiger going to slow him down so Devin Anthony can catch up to him? As you can see, these three are in a three-way battle for P3. One mistake from any of them could mean them dropping out of this bout. And behind, we have our Controller Prince in P2. Right behind and just ahead of him is the Controller King. As we have our two controller drivers holding hands as they are currently P1 and P2 in the red plates, which is good to see. Tolu Oloyagbe, P10 overall right now, right behind Arpa Tooth, but it looks like Jacob Soccer, even though being involved in those incidents at the start, is now in P3 overall, in P3 for the red plates, and seems to be lapping the track a little bit faster. Than Arpi here, and he's going to, if this keeps on going, he might be able to catch up to Arpi and get that P2. Even though he has some damage, he seems to be driving that Porsche to the best of his abilities right now. But with that said, we have Michael Cortez right behind him. But Michael Cortez having to defend against Roderick Rudd, the two McLaren drivers. As we see, Tony Danzig has now made it closer to the other cars. As you see, he's now just past Lizzie Alisea. This is Alisea. No, Tony Danzig, it seems to be a lap behind. David Uncle Ali Sayer, currently in P7. As he's battling Benjamin Biddulph. It's not for position, but as you can see, Benjamin Biddulph showing how it's supposed to be done. Get the position and close up that inside. Make sure that they don't cut back and do a switchback onto you. So you're keeping up. Mike Burkhoff still under threat from Devin Anthony. And it seems like Devin Anthony is gonna have a look onto the inside, but he's gonna slow down. Is he gonna dive the inside? But Mike Burkhoff still has the inside on the following turn. As this has just been about between these two of them, and this is actually allowing Casey Swansiger to open up the gap onto Brian and Mike Burkhoff. Devin Anthony and Mike Burkhoff still in a battle. The two Ferraris, the older Ferrari and the newer Ferrari. It seems like Devin Anthony is going to be able to make it around Mike Burkhoff. But Mike Burkhoff is now in the slipstream, Would he be able to, is he going to be having an answer to that? Is he going to let him keep his position, or he's going to fight and keep the battle going between the two? They have Tony Vieira, our red plate, white plate, in P6. He seems to be having a lot of clean air. Tony Vieira recently promoted from the red plates to the white plates. As we sorry guys, gotta answer somebody right now. Really quick, give me 1 second. Alright. I know duty calls. But anyways, now keeping up with the race. As we check up on Lizzie Alisea, seems to have made it around Trey Pritchett. Is it Trey Pritchett? Yes. Trey Pritchett in the pits. Probably in the pits due to a whole lot of damage. I don't know why sometimes it shows me yellow flags, but alright, case is once again P3 right now, and it seems like his position has been consolidated by Devin Anthony, making it around Mike Burkhoff. Mike Burkhoff being an extremely rapid driver. Being an extremely rapid driver, he's going to be held off by Devin Anthony for a couple laps, as we have 15 minutes left in race 2 for the rookie series. Race 2 on Misano World Seconds, which is event 3. This is our mid-season race, and after this we're going to be on Barcelona. From Barcelona we go on to Brands Hatch, and from Brands Hatch it will be the grand finale. Grand finale on Circuit Spa Francorchamps, as we have Jacob Socha making it around Roderick Rudd, and Jacob Socha is still in P3. Maybe it's like a three-way battle between Socha. Oh, I don't know what happened. We have yellow flags. Was that something that happened to Arpi? We have Arpi here around in P3, as it seems Trey Pritchett just tagged Arpi, and Arpi was in P2. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Now Arpi has a damaged McLaren, and he seems to have lost his P2 position. Arpi has lost 3 positions. Unlucky for that. As we now have Jacob Socha now in P3 overall, and having Michael Cortez in P2. Lizzie Alisea having yellow flags, as Ricky Bobby was she was getting lapped by Ricky Bobby, and she seems to have tagged Ricky Bobby. As this, with Ricky Bobby being tagged, that gives Bryce Birkin the chance to go into P1. Pritchard locked out. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Bryce Birkin's now P1, and he has opened a gap and is now leading Ricky Bobby by 5.5 seconds with 12 minutes left into the race. You hate to see it. Lizzie Alisea just tagging Bryce, just tagging Ricky Bobby right there on the street. It's very unfortunate for Ricky Bobby. Pretty sure he's going to be kicking and screaming after that. We have Devin Anthony, and Devin Anthony actually closing the gap on the Casey's once again. It's going to be a battle between the two Noobs RS drivers. Hope they don't do team killing as much as they did and set a pole record. So there's Mike Burkhoff still not able to close that gap onto Devin Anthony. Roderick Rudd seems to have made it around Sofia. I don't know if it is the damage now getting to that Porsche, but Roderick Rudd seems to have. That was a lovely overtake by Roderick Rudd. Just go onto the inside, getting onto the inside and covering that. Now Sofia now in P4. Michael Cortez in P2 for the red plates. So Tony Danzig still a lap down, but only 22 seconds behind Lizzie Alisea. That teleportation might have messed Tony Danzig's race tonight. Race 2. Tony Vieira in P6 overall. This is as Tony Vieira has shown a great amount of improvement from race 1. Race 1 was just unfortunate for him. A lot of incidents around him, but he's now able to drive slowly and steadily, keeping his P6 position with less incidents in race 2. Soka is still going to be having a post-race interview with me, regardless of the position he finishes this race, because he was P2 in race 1. They have Mike Burkhoff has made it up to the front to the two Noobs RS drivers of Casey Swansiger and David Anthony, as he's been able to close that gap, and there's 10 minutes left in the race. Would he be able to make something happen and join this bout and possibly get that podium finish, as Devin Anthony has made it. He's made it around Casey Swansiger. He set it on the inside, and Casey Swansiger just possibly made a mistake and wasn't able to defend that position onto Devin Anthony. As it stands now, Bryce Burkent in P1, the Boobies Racing Ferrari 296, followed by Ricky Bobby in P2. Ricky Bobby now in P2 after that tag from Lizzie Alisea, which is very unfortunate for Ricky Bobby. But Devin Anthony now in P3, rounding off our podium positions, but still under threat from Casey Swansiger and Mike Burkhoff, as the battle is still on until the end. Tony Vieira in P6 has been able to his race 2 has been way better than race 1, as race 1 just seems to have a lot of unfortunate incidents which were not caused by him, but he might have been involved in them. As it stands, David Alisea in P8 overall, right behind Benjamin Biddulph. So David Alisea is now P7 for the white plates, and followed by Tolo Oleagve. As we see, Michael Cortez having a bit of a moment, but he was able to catch it. Michael Cortez in P2 for the red plates. Very strong showing by Michael Cortez right here tonight on race 2. As they're about to come across Lizzie Alisea. And it's always good to always stay and keep your line. As Lizzie Alisea seems to have been losing it. And that McLaren seems like she is struggling a bit with that McLaren. As she is trying to, she is waiting to get a safe rejoin onto the track. And she's going to rejoin safely and continue racing. Tony Danzig has now made up one position since the start of the race. That teleportation just seemed to have messed up his race tonight. His race 2. I don't know what happened with Chris Russell, but Chris Russell is now no longer P2, as Chris Russell seems to have fumbled 2 podium positions tonight in both races. In front, Tony Danzig getting a drive-through. And this is going to seal it off. He's not going to be able to catch up to anybody else with this drive-through with only 6 minutes left into the race. That is just unfortunate for Tony Danzig. And Arpi, it seems that McLaren has been fixed, so it seems like he went into the pits. And it's just unfortunate that he had to be, he was P2, but his incident with Trey Pritchard just has put him near the bottom of the grid. Congratulations to Sasha on his new house. Congratulations on acquiring a new house, Mr. Jacob Sasha. Still be able to be out here with us and showing us a pretty neat looking livery, even though he's still driving that Porsche with damage. So with that damage he might be as well be losing some speed and a little bit of aero, some cornering ability, which is one of the Porsche's great attributes, having that cornering ability. As you can see, that front bonnet smiling. Chris Russell has now been able to make it around Jacob Sasha, as he has decided to go into the pits, and I'm pretty sure it's the damage getting to him, and he's finally decided to deal with the damage. I hope he remembers to toggle off his tires. So you do not need a change of tires. There's only 4 minutes 30 left. With that, Mike Burkhoff making it around Casey Swansea. As it seems Mike Burkhoff seems to send it onto the inside of Casey Swansea. Casey Swansea just seems to go out wide, and Mike Burkhoff, being the opportunist that he is, he takes that position. And Mike Burkhoff now in P4. And now he'll be looking to make up some ground and catch up to Devin Anthony, so he can be able to get into that podium finish. That was a really fantastic overtake by Mike Burkhoff, seeing the opportunity and not hesitating and instantly reacting to it and getting that position. The RP gaining a position on Sasha. Sasha being in the pits for quite a long time. I'm pretty sure he is changing tires as well, or I'm not sure if he's going to be going out. Going out of the outfit seems to be having yellow flags. Oh, not sure what really happened there, and him trying to give that McLaren a little bit more gas made it even speed further. So you have Mike Burkhoff gaining onto Devin Anthony, closing that gap, but with only 2 minutes left in the race, with 2 minutes 40 seconds left in the race, would he be able to get it, to get the podium finish, Oh, as he seemed to wash wide, giving Casey Swansea the position. Not sure what happened, if it was context related, because he just seemed to just go out straight. And Casey Swansea himself getting yellow flags. Oh, the Porsche doing the Porsche things. We hope that he'll be able to recover. As it seems like he was able to recover, but that has allowed Tony Vieira to get in close onto Casey Swansea with only 1 minute 53 seconds left. And we have Jacob Sorsha getting a stop and go 30. I think he was speeding in the pits. I think he's sped in the pits. Mike Burkhoff now dropping all the way down into P11. He's not moving at all. I'm not sure what's wrong with Mike. If you ran out of fuel, or if he's just decided to call it an evening. Tony Danzig also in the pits. As it stands now, Tony Vieira right behind Casey Swansea. Casey Swansea leading Tony Vieira by 1.2 seconds. As Casey Swansea is going to be looking to keep his P4 position. Tony Vieira having a better race in a better race 2 than race 1, showing that him moving to the white plates was a great decision by the event managers. Lots of self-induced bonks tonight. Yes, I don't know if it's that Porsche. That Porsche just Casey just seems to be losing that Porsche tonight for a couple times. And as it stands, Bryce Birkin is still in P1, and Ricky Bobby has been able to close that gap to 2.6 seconds, but with only 8 seconds left in the race. This looks like Bryce Birkin is going to be bringing it home, as I'm not sure if this would be the last lap. And all Bryce Birkin has to do is make it across the last few turns and bring it home and get the P1 finish for the Boobies Racing team. Ricky Bobby showing that he's an extremely rapid driver, being able to close some of that positions. Oh no, I suck again! It just seems to be unfortunate for you, Tony. As Bryce Birkin brings it in P1, as we can see him weaving, celebrating in celebration, being happy that he got the P1 position. Ricky Bobby coming in P2, and Devin Anthony bringing it home to the podium in P3 for the Noobs RS team. Casey Swansea holding off Tony Vieira to bring in P4, Tony Vieira P5, Ben Biddulph in P1 for the red plates, and David Alisea in P8, Tolua coming in. Tolua having a little bit of a drift, paying tribute to Jeremy Cobbage, the drift king. Boobies Racing, that was a great race by Bryce Birkin. Bryce Birkin is also on live on Twitch. You guys can go and support Bryce Birkin and watch his stream POV. So we have Benjamin Biddulph, P1 for the Red Blades, and Michael Quarters bringing in home the P2, and Roderick Wright bringing in P3 for the Red Plates. Chris Russell, unfortunately for him, bringing in P4. He had a good position to finish on the podium, but he probably had a few mistakes flashing his lights. He knows we're talking about him, but that was a great showing by him as well. RP, very unfortunate for him. As we finish race 2. Race 2 for the Noobs RS GT3 Rookie Series on second world Misano. Save up the replay. Alright. As we so that concludes our race 2, our race event 3 event, our event 3 on Misano World second. And that was an overall great race by everybody. Let's hope to see these guys in the standby room, as I'll be waiting for them, and we can pull them in for some driver interviews, and we can have our drivers, walk us through what was going on with through their minds as they were in that race. As we have Devin Anthony already, Ben Biddulph coming into standby room. So we have Jake Sosha. Got it. You have to remember that. You have to get that through my thick skull. Jacob Sosha. Pulling them in. Ben. Hello. Welcome to the live room. How is everybody doing tonight?
Good. Very good. How are you?
That was a great race by all of you. All right. So it seems like you three are the ones that we're going to be getting driver interviews from. Benjamin Biddulph coming in P1 in both races for the red plates. How are you feeling, man?
Good. I consistently kept it in the 37, so I'm happy with that. Just had to deal with all the pros around me. That was the issue.
Well, you were able to keep up with the pros even if you are driving on controller, being the controller king. That was a pretty great showing by you.
Thank you.
So what was going through your mind in the race?
Don't crash.
Don't crash. Well, that seems to be.
I crashed into it because my braking point is a lot different to the guys on the wheel, so it's like don't get crashed into. So I had to let a few go by me to kind of get myself back into a normal rhythm.
Well, it's always good as long as you make it work. That will always be the best thing to do, as long as you make it work.
Hi.
All right, Mr. Devin Anthony, that was a great race too. I'm pretty sure race 2 you came out P3.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
So what was your?
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
First race I.
Yeah.
Got
You
killed. So that.
Oh, you got killed in first race. That's unfortunate.
But yeah, good race. Nice clean racing.
And
Happy
so.
with the result.
Yeah, that was I saw both races had a little bit of carnage, especially in lap 1. But
yeah.
So what was like your race strategy in race 2?
Just keep it clean and consistent.
Yeah, that was good because you were able to just stay behind Casey Swansiger and Mike Burkhoff, and you just seemed to you saw the chance and you took it right there and then.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Well, that was a great showing by you, and hope that you'll be doing that again on Second Barcelona.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, as we move to Jacob Sosha. Sorry, I've been butchering your name for the past streams, but it has been made known to me by chat that your name is actually Sosha and not the way I've been doing it.
No worries.
Okay, how was your race? That was a pretty good race 1, and unfortunate for you in race 2. I saw that you got bonked at the beginning of in the lap 1.
Yeah, race 1 went pretty well for me. I just tried to take my chances, just keep consistent laps going. Didn't just try not to crash my car and keep it on track.
Well, you actually drove that Porsche really consistent, but race 2, you just so many cars just seem to have bumped into you, because you already got spun out and they just kept on crashing into you, which gave you a lot of damage. And
yeah, I tried to continue on with the damage, but I just decided to pit and just end my race there instead of trying to keep pushing with that. But it was unfortunate just going into that turn 1 there.
But yeah, the damage seemed to have just been slowing you down because you were actually gaining positions for a while. You were actually P3 once, but I guess that damage was just too much and you were losing a lot of top speed.
Yeah. Yeah, especially around when I lost the tires going into those corners, it gets tough.
Yeah, and also Jeremy Cobbage says congratulations on your new house.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that was
Excited.
you excited for the new house? Well, that was a great race by everyone, and also from you. A great showing. Hope to see you out on Second Barcelona.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
All right, enjoy your evening as we conclude our race. We have Michael Cortez on standby, so we can pull Mike. Michael Cortez, Noobs RS Junior driver. Welcome to the live room.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
It's no problem as long as you were able to catch us. You know, as they say, better late than never.
I did look at the replay real quick and I didn't even realize that I was in third place.
Oh yes, you were in third place for race 2. That was a pretty good drive by you. So if you could walk us through your race, you know, like.
Well, lap 1, I got hit, so I had to, do my best to battle back, and I'm trying to be quiet because it's late and my wife's probably asleep.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, I just tried to battle my way back. I wasn't looking at who was in what place. I wasn't looking at any of that. I put my mind on the track and I just started going.
Well,
And had some pretty good battles too. It was fun.
Oh, that goes to show if you never give up, you are bound to get rewarded. And you just staying out on
overall.
Yeah, and you just staying out on track gave you that podium finish. And pretty overall, some good work being
Thank you.
We're going to raid Jake Wells tonight. All right. Anyways, with that, anything you would like to add, before we call it a night, Mr. Mike?
My catchphrase. I'm gonna go eat ice cream and then go to bed.
Okay, so your catchphrase is eat ice cream and go to bed.
That's right.
All right, it was a great showing by you, and thank you for thank you for coming out on track with us tonight. We really appreciate having you out here.
Fun.
And keep up the hard work. As we can see, you're really improving a lot out there on track.
Thank you. I'm getting ready to get a motion sim.
Oh,
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to be making our Drift King coverage very jealous right here. All right.
Great. All right. Have a good night.
You too, sir. Enjoy your time.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our race 2 concluded, and that was our podium drivers. As we are getting ready to raid, I suck at this, Jake Wells. I go to the Twitch stream and make sure that everything is in order. As we thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for our stream tonight. I really appreciate you guys being here, as you guys make it all possible for us to continue doing this race. We're going to be raiding Jake Wells, and I will see you guys on the next race for the GT4 around Second Barcelona.